One of the most difficult states of consciousness that you can be in is what I like to call the void state. And this is where you are experiencing what I like to call the void consciousness. And this can come with this sense that you don't know who and what you're becoming. And the way I like to look at it is we go through the death cycle. That death cycle leads us into the void. And then from the void state, we move into the rebirth cycle to where we now crystallize the experience and we come out of the void with a new sense of self that also is going to have its own momentum, and we will manifest experiences that help us further solidify that state of being into the physical plane. So this will take the form of physical manifestations, belief systems, and identities, all of which are going to be more in alignment with our truth and our authenticity. But when we're in that void space between life and between death, this can be a really scary space to be in, because it's like with the death cycle, we've let go of things, people have left our lives, potentially we've questioned belief systems and identity structures and stuff like that, and maybe even manifest catalysts that further helped us like break those things down. But then in the void space, sometimes it can actually be more intense. It's because we're right in the middle, and when we're in resistance to that process of further dissolving, there's a lot of death energy that can enter our lives because it's trying to transition us into the rebirth, and it's also trying to show us where we're in resistance to our own process. And it can be really scary when you don't know who you're becoming. Maybe you had this sense of self identity and this came with certain beliefs, and now you're starting to question all of those things, and you're just kind of floating inside of this void, not really knowing who you are, not really knowing what the rebirth cycle is going to look like. But I assure you, this is a normal part of the process. And that questioning that you might be experiencing is actually a good thing. This is the further dissolvement of these predefined constructs that have been keeping you from being a more authentic version